Thank you for seeing me, Major.
Richard. What can I do for you, Gerald?
Well, it's Lydia. While her behaviour of late may be broadly suboptimal, I do think we're making progress.
Because you brought your car back, having stolen it. Twice.
No, not just that. Well, mainly that, but I do think we've seen something of a shift in attitude.
Do you? Okay. Good. I still fail to see what this has got to do with me.
Well, you're something of a mentor to her. She responds to you.
She doesn't, and I'm not.
You're being too modest, Major. You challenge her behaviour.
I have a go at her when she steals stuff, and I make her take stuff back. That's hardly being a mentor.
You're consistent. And aside from her tendencies, you value her friendship, and she knows you do.
Well, she is admittedly in that elite cohort who can put up with me when I'm on the wrong side of the orchestra pit.
She always knows where she stands with you.
Yeah, usually on a ledge outside one of my bedrooms waiting to break in. You know, I've had to start leaving stuff out I don't want back.
I'm prepared to remain as her probation officer, but what with my work being what it is, and my ulcer, for which I in no way blame Lydia, I could do with your support on this. Her rehabilitation may be something more of a long haul than we'd originally presumed.
I can hardly be in local parentis to a grown woman, Gerald. Besides, if I'd wanted an errant daughter, I would have been married off years ago.
You're a good influence on her.
Never been referred to as that before. In which case, the girl really must have problems.
Just keep an eye on her, that's all.
I do have stuff to do, you know.
Do you?
Oi.
Richie! You on probation too?
Funny. I've been speaking to Gerald.
About me?
Yes, about you. He says you're the worst criminal mastermind he's ever encountered, and there's nothing he can do for you.
Really?
No, not really. He says you're getting better, though that remains to be seen.
Well, I shall have to try harder.
Oh, well, better had then.
En route, bonny lad.
I don't talk like that, you know.
So I hope that example clearly demonstrates that there really is no such thing as a victimless crime.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Gerald, but say if I saw a rich person, like really rich, much, much richer than anybody I know, immorally rich, some might say. I don't know, a banker or a Kardashian. Would they be quite as much of a victim as, say, a taxi driver if I stole his taxi?
Well...
Because I wouldn't do that. But a rich person, especially a rich person who hasn't earned his wealth the same way that the taxi driver earns his income, would they be subject to quite the same degree of victimhood?
Well, I take your point, Lydia, but...
Because in a sense, isn't that true justice? You know, social justice? We're not so different, you and I. We're both providing social services, just from arguably opposite ends of the legal spectrum.
Yes. Well, I think that'll just about do us for this morning. Perhaps we could take a break for a spot of lunch.
Lunch. Yay.